Hey y'all, I wanted to talk real quick about how I get titles for old classic cars that have a lost title situation. So I've done this one time before. I'm currently doing it with this car, but I've done it once before, and that was on my orange and white F-150 77 year model that's been on the channel a couple times. But the situation I had with that truck was I was told, so I kind of got screwed. I was told it had a clean title, and then the guy just ghosted me once I had given him the money and everything and never met up to give me the title. He finally fessed up and said he couldn't find it. So I was in a situation where I had to, you know, make something happen because I wanted to get that truck on the road. I found this video on YouTube, and it's by a YouTuber called Busaru. It's like Subaru, but he switched the B and S, I think. So he details in his video, and I'll link that in the description, how to do this exactly, how to fill out the paperwork and everything. But the concept is, you get, Vermont is a no title state on anything 15 years or older, so you can get a plate from Vermont even if you don't live in Vermont. You can get it registered in Vermont, get a Vermont registration, get a Vermont plate, and then go down to your local DMV. And I'm in North Carolina, and I'm just speaking from experience in North Carolina. You take that Vermont registration to the DMV. Now, the first DMV I took it to, they didn't understand this, and they were relatively new, and they basically told me that I needed to go to the license and theft office, which was true, but that was the next step. The first step is take this Vermont registration to the DMV tag office, I believe, and tell them you have this vehicle registered in Vermont, you would like to get it registered in North Carolina, and you have to have a bill of sale for this to work, which I do have, and I did have for that truck. So it's always important to get a signed bill of sale. It doesn't have to be notarized, but signed, you know, is good. So you find a DMV that knows what they're doing, you know, and they'll give you a plate with a temporary sticker on it, and they say in order to get your clean title, you have to get a VIN inspection. So in the meantime, you can drive it with a Vermont plate. You're running a little bit of a risk of you know, somebody, you know, improper registration charge or something. It's not a big fine or anything, but I drove that truck with a Vermont plate for probably a few months before I got this got the North Carolina plate for it. So you have to get a VIN inspection, and what that entails, you have to take the vehicle to your license and theft office, which is what I did. You can also set up appointments. They'll come to you because they're supposed to inspect vehicles that are not roadworthy. Is kind of their thing, so they will come to you, but I went to them just to make the process easier. And they basically look at the frame wherever they're supposed to look and make sure that the VIN that you're claiming is to the car is the correct VIN. And if everything comes out right, they do a check. There's no, you know, outstanding, stolen, you know, pending charge or whatever. There's no red flags. Then they will put in the order to send you a title. So, and then that process takes a few months. But I did that on that orange and white truck, and I can verify that that works in North Carolina. So that's what I'm doing on this car currently. Once I get it on the road and I start driving a little bit, I'll take that Vermont registration over to the DMV and get that North Carolina plate. But that's just kind of my experience with this stuff. I kind of had to learn trial by fire or whatever, because I got screwed that one time. But now that I know how to do it, it's kind of a good skill to have. So once again, if you're interested in this sort of thing, learning more about it, I'm gonna link Busaru's videos. He has a couple of them, and they're extremely helpful. I watch them every time I'm filling out the paperwork to make sure I do it right. When I was paying taxes on it, because you have to pay taxes on it twice, so like when you get it registered in Vermont, you have to pay 6% of the book value, and they use NADA, their book value. In North Carolina, it's only 3%. What do you call it? Sales tax? I forget, but 3% tax on it. but you have to pay both. But you know, I picked the lowest book value, so like the book value has fair, good, excellent, whatever. I picked fair, which was like 50. Don't y'all just love that? I paid taxes based on the fair book value, so my total cost to get this paid taxes on and registered in Vermont was only 90 bucks, and then North Carolina is going to be probably a little less than that, if I had to guess. So anyway, that's just kind of my way of doing things. Thought I'd share. It's a good trick to have if you're messing with these old cars all the time. So appreciate you guys watching. Hope y'all have a good day.